Let's clear up some issues that you may or may not have with Mike Will. So yesterday we talked about.
It might be at LAX.
I mean, I hope there's no issues.
My plane already landed, Chops. This episode goes late. I'm already in LA.
We talked about Shrem Life 3 yesterday. It's going to be a triple disc project, and you said that you would probably prefer Slim Jimmy and Sway Lee to release albums individually. It seems like Mike Will didn't necessarily like that comment, but I know that you do respect them, so I don't think there's any shade here, right?
You were hating. You were hating.
You believe that was hate?
Yeah.
I would like for you to explain the hate, because I think he's feeling the same way, so go.
You were hating because you are going into that realm of being an artist. I mean, I can't say for certain if it was player hating, but you took a shot. And as we said, this is what the newer generation has to do to maneuver through the genre. But he got at you, yes?
Yeah. Critiquing is never hating to me. I mean, listen, first of all, as a fan, and again, we did the whole difference between a hater, fan, and a stan. I'm a fan, but I also have criticisms of people, like, not because I like your stuff.
Right.
And by the way, MikeWillMadeIt is a guy who I've talked to personally on the phone before. I love Slim Jimmy, I love Sway Lee. However, I am going to have critiques, just like fans should.
Right.
If you're just a blind, dumb robot just absorbing whatever they give, you're not doing anything. Now, the statement I made, I think is more than fair.
Okay.
The fact that Shrem Life 1 and 2 were, and he says Shrem Life 3 is going to be a classic masterpiece. Both of those albums were top tier, right? But it was a group effort. We don't know how a Slim Jimmy solo project is going to sound. We don't even know what a Sway Lee solo project is going to sound like, even though people have been clamoring for him. Now, I was just saying, for Shrem Life 3, keep it in the legacy, as a fan,
right.
I think they should drop that without the solo projects. Now, clearly, he took offense to it, which I think him taking offense probably means other things.
So he got at you on Twitter, yes?
Yeah, I mean, Twitter.
They went back and forth for a little. I tried to explain himself.
Well, we could read the tweet.
Please.
Let's pull it up again. So
the first one.
His initial tweet.
Get right to it.
He says, "Man, Akademiks, I hope that wasn't shade you were trying to throw on your struggle show about this Shrem Life 3."
This was tweet. I think this was shade. He was trying to throw a little shade on the show. But if he thought that was shade, clearly he doesn't know the difference between the shade or just being out in the open, or shit. Maybe he just doesn't know the difference between criticism and really hating.
Can you clarify the prayer emojis? Is he praying for your safety, or is he just praying that you make better statements?
Bro, I don't know. Ever since Drake started his 6 God bullshit, everybody just puts that, bro. I send it even that nonsense.
Okay.
All right, how about this? So him saying Shrem Life 3 is a classic masterpiece that we spent our time and energy on. Hold your opinions till the release. So look, we'll say this. Your opinion matters because you have a big fan base, right? So people are going to be influenced, but that doesn't take away anything. If this is an excellent project, your opinion just doesn't matter,
Mike, well,
right?
you were in your feelings yesterday, bro. And I love Mike. Well, I must have loved him after this, but, bro, you were super in your feelings. We've discussed Rae Sremmurd on many occasions. We've projected what we think they would be doing. Shit, at one point, I mean, when Joe was here, it was predicting that they were going to break up, right? Again, he was definitely in his feelings because immediately after that tweet, he's like, who are you? And clearly, if you're watching my show, clearly if you're looking me up on Twitter to at me to complain about what I said, asking who am I to make those statements means, number one, you already know.
I'm not arguing just for the sake of arguing.
And number two, because he did try to clean it up, saying, "Oh well, you maybe don't have, you don't know what."
Right.
Listen, you're invited to come up here to defend yourself, but you sounded stupid yesterday on Twitter. In your feelings, it's the same reason why you're watching now. And I'm not going to take back what I said. It's my opinion.
Okay,
just like
if you're standing
on
on what you said, cool. I'm not going to argue just for the sake of arguing. I think he has a good point. Sometimes you have to just wait until it gets into the system. Then formulate your opinion. If you comment too fast, why are you trying to derail something that could be a classic? Or why are you trying to change the narrative so soon?
Okay.
Do you think saying that is going to influence so many people to change their mind, even if it's excellent, all three?
Exactly. Keyword you just said, influence. The greatest power is influence. If you're shitting on something off the top before it even comes out,
did I shit on it?
That could be player hating.
And that's my biggest problem with this. Nobody said it wasn't going to be good. I just said I didn't want it. And I never said it was going to be whack. That would be completely different. I'm like, this shit's going to be whack. I said as a listener, I don't want to hear that. That's a personal choice. Now, I didn't even say it was good or not going to be good. I wouldn't make such a bold and daring statement, never hearing anything from that project. Well, we did hear some snippets. Don't know if they make the project, but I wouldn't come out and say, this shit's going to be whack. So that's what I'm saying. He was in his feelings. He's clearly in his feelings.
Anything else? Did he make any other statements or anything that should be perceived as aggressive?
No, well, I'm just, what I got from that is that, and that's just, like we spoke about before, I do think there's probably some sign of like, probably pressure that they might be feeling.
Niggas might be at LAX when you flying out today.
No. Well, no. In terms of me echoing that statement might not be the first time he's heard it.
Gotcha.
You get me? So maybe just saying, okay, you saying it now, let me just address that off the top. However, I do think they're going to put out a good body of work.
Yeah.
Again, I still don't want to hear 3 albums in one.
But then there's a chance that it comes out and you're like, I was wrong. This is excellent as 3 albums in one. I want to listen to every track. We just have to see how it goes, right?
I'm not going to lie. Anything over 30 tracks these days, I'm really not trying to hear. I'm just, again, I'm not saying it's not good. I just want to hear.
And you still say Culture 2 is shit, yes?
I didn't say it was shit. It was definitely mediocre.
Oh, pardon.
It was mediocre. That's not.
Are you enjoying the album? Have you been listening?
Culture 2?
Yeah.
Fire.
Is it classic to you?
Fire. I was riding around last night. Saucy, I wasn't driving. Somebody else was driving. Had that shit bumping.
Yeah, I think, well, I mean, we could speak about Migos too, but.
We already did.
They're just at a crossroads.
Okay.
It's too much of the same stuff.
All right, so I hope you and Mike will end this right here. I don't think
maybe not.
I don't think this needs to drag on
maybe we
any
should turn
further.
up.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
let's not
Michael,
turn
listen,
up.
Michael, I ain't trying, I do love you. I'm glad
There's
looking at this camera.
No, I'm trying to clean this shit up.
No.
There's mutual respect
Wait,
here.
no. There's a mutual respect, but listen, I might need a beat from you, motherfucker, so you know.
Suck his
He's
shit.
not the one to beef with.
Suck his
You
shit.
gotta pick someone with pink dreads.